races for the Democratic Party. We begin in Florida. The former governor, Charlie Crist, won the chance to challenge the current GOP.
Look at this piece of shit, Ron DeSantis. I bet he has some debt right now that he would love to have relieved by the federal government. You know what I'm saying? Now that we know he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit student loan recipient. You know what I mean? Student loan debt relief recipient. Fuck that guy. So mad at him.
Governor Ron DeSantis. Of course, DeSantis may become a 2024 presidential candidate. And in New York, two powerhouse members of Congress were forced to face each other due to a quirk of redistricting. Now one of them out of a job. Scott McFarland has more on all of it on a very big primary night.
We can make history, and we will shock the world.
Democrats are putting their bets on Charlie Crist, a man who served as a Republican governor before.
Nope, you can't do that. Any guy that wears this suit, I don't trust him. What the fuck are you doing, my man? What the hell are you doing? Nope. I don't trust this guy. Okay, sorry.
Served as a Republican governor before switching sides a decade ago.
Governor DeSantis only cares about the White House. He doesn't care about your house.
They're hoping he can take on Florida GOP governor.
That is a good line, though. I like that. I heard that. I was like, that's a good line. Regardless of his, plantation owner fit, that is a good line. It is truly incredible what you can get away with and what you can do as long as you serve the fucking media demons that are the Republican Party. That are the Republican Party voter base. Because Ron DeSantis went from losing to a dude who has like gay meth parties, okay? I mean, barely winning an election against the dude who then came out, was like literally just having like doing the most meth, okay? Like doing the most meth and having the most gay sex. Like, which by the way, I have no problem with. Well, maybe not the meth part, but the gay sex part, obviously. To becoming someone who could literally run and is vying for the highest office. Okay? Yes, there are chips left. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Okay, well, I'll go get it. It's fine. No, I got it. Hold on.
Ron
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
DeSantis, who's been on the national stage taking on public school agendas and going up against Disney, leading up to a potential 2024 presidential run.
Florida will be the vanguard of freedom in this country.
We have to get out and exercise our right to vote.
Meantime, a former Orlando police chief appears set for a fight for the Florida U.S. Senate seat, now occupied by Republican Marco Rubio.
The president was
Congresswoman Val Demings, who is part of the team leading the impeachment proceedings against former President Trump, has won that Democratic nomination.
When it comes to unpacking our Supreme Court, I'm going to stand up and fight.
In New York, two major institutions of Congress were forced to face off. Judiciary Chair Jerry Nadler defeated Oversight Committee Chair Carolyn Maloney, which the party says is a major loss of a powerhouse Democrat due to a newly redrawn congressional district. And 2 hours north in New York's Hudson Valley, a special election there may set the roadmap for midterm strategies come fall.
Do you see outside interests coming in here trying to fire up the voting base?
Yeah, Hasan, without question, obviously, everyone has a degree of interest.
Democrat Pat Ryan won last night against Republican Mark Molinaro in the first competitive House election since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, setting the stage for what could be the last national test case on whether abortion will drive voters in November.
The foundations of our democracy were and remain under direct threat.
Because there was a special election, Ryan will only serve in the seat for a few months and have to run again in November. With the primary season largely complete now, we have roughly 2 months till we find out if Democrats have momentum to preserve majorities in Congress or if Republicans are poised for victory. We are in this now.
We're in this now. Historically speaking, it would appear as though Democrats are poised for big losses based on everything you know about politics. However, there are different issues at play here. What's going to motivate voters in November?
Yeah, abortion rights, women's reproductive health rights. That's going to be a pivotal issue. But the question is, will it be the pivotal issue for voters. That race last night, Pat Ryan in New York's 19th district.
No, there were chips. There were chips. I was right. But I also saw that they got lahmacun. So I think I'm going to break my diet today because I haven't had this in so long. It's worth it. Which is a Turkish, those of you who don't know, an incredible delicacy, lahmacun.
Canada's acknowledged Ryan ran on an abortion rights first political platform. The question is, Nate, Jamie, and Tony, will that transcend the kitchen table grocery price, gas price issue in every district across America?
Yeah, most people vote with their wallet. They're not looking at the other issues a lot of the time.
Right about that.
You know, when you look at the biggest takeaways from Florida and New York, I think it's interesting that we're talking about party establishment. Not usually the biggest takeaway, but it seems like that's what happened here.
I think Democrats are waking up optimistic, thinking there may be some wiggle room, some opportunity here if they nominate moderate, mainstream, some experienced candidates against Trump loyalists in some districts across America. But the thing is, there are a lot of variables and not a lot of competitive races, not a lot of space. But we'll find out over the next 76 days.
We will. Good to see you in person.
Yeah, good to have you.
Likewise.
Hudson Valley native.
Scott, thank you.
More students across the country returning to school this week, and that's highlighting a growing crisis with teachers. There are simply not enough of them right now. Government figures show that about 300,000 teachers.
Yeah. Primary special elections also all outperformed Biden in 2020, which is huge. Can you explain what that is? No. Lahmacun is, I don't know. I don't know why everyone's going fucking crazy for the first time when I'm eating food. I should never show anything to you guys. Anything that I'm eating. Oh yeah, here's a DeSantis Top Gun ad that I've been meaning to watch. Lahmacun is Lebanese, not Turkish. I don't care. It's Turkish. Suck me. It's a Middle Eastern flatbread and meat dish. It consists of a flatbread topped with minced meat, most commonly beef or lamb, minced vegetables, and herbs, including onions, garlic, and tomatoes, red peppers, and parsley. Okay? And that's what I'm eating currently. Due to the hostile nature of relations between Armenia and Turkey, the opening Armenian restaurant serving the food in Russia was met by some protests. Kim Kardashian, an American model of Armenian heritage, posted a video on her Instagram saying, "Who knows about lahmacun? This is our Armenian pizza. My dad would always put string cheese on it and then put it over the oven and get it really crispy. This sparked outrage among Turkish social media users who had lashed out for describing lahmacun as Armenian pizza." Turkish. So fucking good. Oh, they also took out the judge in Tampa. Remember Jared Smith, the Florida judge in Hillsborough County, Tampa, who tried to block a teenager from accessing abortion because her grades were too low? He was ousted tonight. The race is nonpartisan, but there's just one indication that Democratic voters supported his opponent, Nancy Jacobs. Jacobs won the mail-in vote very solidly, and Smith won the election day vote very solidly. Another immediate and direct, action reaction as a consequence of going way too fucking far